Right now at 10, a diesel engine is suspected to have caused a fire at a workshop in Union.
And an Onalaska Community Center is getting a revamp, what they're hoping to bring in with a new look.
Plus, right to farm. A Coulee Region state lawmaker's bill blocking extra local regulations on farmers has made its way through the state Senate.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A machine shop in Union, Wisconsin submerged in flames tonight. According to the chief of the Lafarge Fire Department, crews arrived at the machine shop with the entire backside of the building engulfed in flames. The fire was suspected to have started from a small room containing a diesel engine. 3 mutual aid fire departments assisted Lafarge in extinguishing the fire. No injuries were reported.
A man accused of opening fire on La Crosse police has been sentenced. In February of 2022, then 33-year-old Curtis Ross allegedly attempted to steal a vehicle. When police caught up with him, he shot at their squad car. In court today, Ross pleaded guilty to second-degree recklessly endangering safety. The original charge was reduced due to a lack of evidence. He will spend 2.5 years in prison, followed by 3 years of extended supervision. The judge today not mincing words.
You could have been killed. Instead of being here today, we wouldn't have been here because you could have been shot dead.
Ross's charges of possession of a firearm by a felon, possession of heroin and cocaine were dismissed but read into the court.
The trial date has been set for the man accused of opening fire in downtown La Crosse. 32-year-old DeAndrew Grant is accused of shooting at a crowd of people on 3rd Street last June. He's charged with 6 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide and multiple counts of both first-degree recklessly endangering safety and substantial battery intended to cause bodily harm. According to the court documents, Grant's trial will begin on September 9th. The jury will be selected that morning.
A 20-year-old man is arrested in connection to the death of an 8-year-old child.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office says Davion Daniel Lathrop faces 5 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and hiding a corpse.
Police found the 8-year-old dead at a Janesville home on Saturday while investigating a missing child report.
While the search for the victim was taking place, detectives from the Sheriff's Office obtained a search warrant for the residence, and a comprehensive search was then done of the house. And that we located the victim's body.
The sheriff confirmed that Lathrop is a relative to the 8-year-old, but would not specify the exact relationship between the two.
Yeah, once again, we had some warm conditions too. We actually broke a record at Eau Claire today at 68. La Crosse got up to 70. Not quite record level, but pretty dang close to it. That would be 74 degrees. So once again, we do have another warm day occurring for tomorrow. But for tonight, we're going to have more clearing skies. So temperatures actually will be getting colder than we were previous this morning when we were in the 40s near 50s. So you'll wake up generally in the 30s with a little bit of increasing high clouds, but all in all still a mild start to your Wednesday, and it's only going to get milder even with some cloud cover in the afternoon with the winds kind of backing off, still light. So we're getting up to the mid 50s as we get towards noon hour for Eau Claire with increasing high clouds, especially as we go towards the afternoon. For La Crosse, 37 once again, we'll climb back up to near 60 by noon, and we'll see more of those clouds as we go in the afternoon. Now coming up later, we do have rain that's in the forecast for Tuesday, especially south La Crosse. We do have a dry Friday, and we have a cooler, almost seasonable cooler average coming towards the St. Patrick's Day weekend, which is coming up here. And obviously we got spring next week too. It's all coming up too, next Tuesday.
Lots of activities. Okay, Thank you, Greg. The Onalaska Community Center will soon look different. The 50-year-old structure is slated to be demolished this fall and replaced with a new facility in 2025. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall got a look at the plans for the new facility. He joins us now with the details. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, for years, the Parks and Recreation Department has been exploring ways to enhance the aging community center. Now they say the plan is to start fresh with a brand new space that features an indoor gym and more kids programming.
Shauna and Sean Clark live in Onalaska. They hope to see more programming for kids at the new community center.
Obviously now with young kids, the more we can do with our kids as a family, the better. And we'd sign up for everything.
Since 1974, this brown building has served the town of Onalaska well, hosting everything from senior dinners to baby showers. But now, the Parks and Recreation Department says it's time for a bigger and more ADA accessible facility, one that will benefit everyone.
So our plan is from 8 or 6, 7 a.m. in the morning up until 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon will be used for our seniors. And then when the kids are out of school, we'll transition to do our youth programs.
And things in the afternoons and night. Currently, the city doesn't have any indoor gym space, meaning kids looking for sports in the winter have to use the gyms at Onalaska schools. The new design takes care of that.
We run basketball, soccer, volleyball. What we look to do is bring them to our own facility so that we can have and control what we're doing in that location.
WIC estimates the new facility will cost $6 million. He hopes to bid it to contractors by next month, with construction starting in the fall.
Our community center right now is our heavily used rented facility. When we get the new facility done, it's just going to be enhanced to give everybody a great opportunity place to come.
And WIC anticipates the new building will be completed by 2025. He says the city has $4 million available for the project. If they need more, they plan to fundraise. Ken and Emily?
Okay, Jeremy, thank you.
Well, Hospital Sisters Health System announced yesterday it would be closing its Eau Claire Hospital March 22nd. That's about a month earlier than the group previously said. A shortened timeline is making it harder, but Eau Claire officials are confident they'll be ready for the change. A task force was created following the initial announcement that HSHS was exiting the Chippewa Valley. That task force, made up of local and state leaders as well as regional health officials, has been working on short-term and long-term plans to address healthcare gaps. Eau Claire County Administrator Catherine Schaaf says the group is now on Plan B as it deals with a much shorter timeline.
We have, whether it be blood draws or the need for mental health services, we are identifying what those appropriate sources are for us to use and putting plans in place to use those.
The task force does not help patients transitioning to other medical care services. Instead, they focus on finding grants and other funding opportunities to help expand the area's healthcare services. Recently, the task force helped secure $15 million for Western Wisconsin hospitals. That funding will go toward helping meet the needs left by the Chippewa Valley closures.
La Crosse County officials have passed a resolution calling for an end to puppy mills. The county's Health and Human Services Board tonight passed a resolution. It calls for more statewide efforts to regulate and prohibit puppy mills. One board member says the resolution is a good starting point to make the state realize more needs to be done to protect dogs from cruel treatment. The full board will eventually discuss the resolution March 21st.
Animal advocacy groups say a Wisconsin bill blocking more restrictions on farms and animal facilities will allow puppy mills in the state to roam free. But the bill's author says that's not true. 92nd District Representative Treg Pronczynski co-wrote a bill that would keep local governments from passing added restrictions on farmers with livestock. A California proposition vote recently added extra local standards to farmers out there. Pronczynski says he doesn't want Wisconsin farmers to have uncertainty across townships when state laws governing animal welfare are already tried and true. Pronczynski says the bill will not give problematic dog breeders a free pass because they'll still be regulated under the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection.
It's basically looking at the townships and the county governments to not allow them to have stricter regulations on livestock. Within the state statute, livestock is defined as animals being raised for meat or fiber, which means sheep. This is not in any way, shape, or form affecting dog breeders.
That bill passed the state Senate on a voice vote today, and Pronczynski's confident the governor will sign it into law.
The Republican-controlled Wisconsin legislature passed a ban on high school transgender athletes competing on girls' teams. The 20-11 Senate vote comes on the last planned session day for the legislature this year. Governor Evers has already promised to veto the bill.
Now, a bunch of bills in the Senate did get wide bipartisan support today. La Crosse Assemblywoman Jill Billings' legislation protecting human trafficking victims from having to testify in court in front of an abuser passed unanimously. Funding for the state's Office of School Safety passed 30-2, and a bill requiring a disclosure when AI is used in upcoming political ads got full chamber support. The Senate also advanced a constitutional amendment to block a governor from spending federal money without legislative approval.
In other state news, supporters of former President Donald Trump did not gather enough signatures to trigger a recall election for Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. That's according to the Wisconsin Election Commission. Recall organizers fell short of the number needed to force a recall election in Vos's district by more than 900 signatures. However, due to the recently approved new legislative districts, it's not clear what boundary lines should be used for the recall. The commission voted to ask the state Supreme Court for clarity.
The Wisconsin DNR is asking ATV and UTV riders to prioritize safety this spring. The warm winter and early spring weather means riders can head to the trails earlier. Lieutenant Warden Jacob Holzclaw says riders need to wear a helmet and seatbelt at all times. He says lack of safety equipment and driving intoxicated are top factors in off-road crashes. There have already been 5 fatal UTV crashes in Wisconsin this year.
President Biden and former President Trump faced off in 4 states' primary elections today.
This gave one of them enough delegates to clinch a nomination. Who when we come back?
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money. And you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Ultra's A+ accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Open your account online and start getting more from your checking account. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Well, Americans head to the polls in 4 states that could prove a turning point in the 2024 presidential election. CBS News estimates President Biden clinched the Democratic Party's nomination tonight.
This has his rival, former President Donald Trump, moving closer to securing the Republican nomination. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
As voting results come in from 4 states, CBS News estimates President Joe Biden has won enough delegates to clinch the Democratic nomination in a likely rematch with former President Donald Trump.
If you don't vote, your voice isn't being heard. And you're in the primary, we need to make a statement, I think.
I'm just going to go out and do my civic duty and pick the best option for our country.
Americans went to the polls in Washington State, Hawaii, Mississippi, and the pivotal state of Georgia. A new CBS News battleground poll indicates Trump is just ahead of Biden in Georgia and likely voters' current preferences. Trump, who faces 91 felony counts in 4 criminal cases, was indicted in Georgia for his alleged push to overturn Biden's 2020 victory. President Biden, meanwhile, is dealing with ongoing questions about his age and acuity, which he addresses in a new campaign ad.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people.
Trump, in a TV interview, defended meeting with Hungary's authoritarian-leaning leader over the weekend.
I get along with him very well, friendly, but I have respect for him.
President Biden, meanwhile, is working to unite Democrats amid backlash from progressives in his party over Israel's war against Hamas. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
CBS News projects both Trump and Biden won their party's primaries in Georgia and Mississippi.
A popular streaming platform has been hacked. Over 15,000 accounts are compromised. More when we come back.
I know we have dry conditions for tomorrow. We are tracking the next storm to bring the rain chance back for your Thursday and maybe into your Friday, but the weekend still looks good as we go to St. Patrick's Day and actually the first day of spring coming next week. I'll break all that down coming up on your first weather update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
It's Blaze Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Spring Early Bird Event. Now through March 20th, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive members-only deals. Right now, save on a state crabgrass preventer, $32.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings and up to a $100 consumer rebate when you buy 4 Goodyear tires. Shop unbeatable rewards member deals and more for just a limited time, in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A popular streaming device has been hacked.
Roku says hackers accessed more than 15,000 user accounts in a breach the company disclosed on Friday.
In some cases, unauthorized individuals tried to purchase streaming subscriptions.
The company said it has refunded customers who were impacted by unauthorized charges.
Roku said it secured the hacked accounts from further harm by making registered users reset their passwords.
Well, another nice warm day in the books, and we've got another one to look forward to.
Yeah, thank goodness, because I would love this to just be a trend.
I know. I'm just
forward.
ready for spring. I'm getting rid of all the jackets, like bring it on. But we do have a little bit of a cool front here in a couple of days. Let's send it over to Greg for the details.
Yeah, unfortunately, don't put any of that away. So we still got to go through April yet, too, which can be just as interesting as March with our weather around here. But for the next 24 hours, we've still got a mild, maybe warm day. Once again, there is potential for some records. It depends how much cloud cover we get tomorrow. But we're in reach for Eau Claire and even La Crosse if we can get up to 71. So it's potential. But we will see some more clouds, especially in the afternoon hours. But for tomorrow morning, as you wake up, definitely going to feel a little bit colder than we were this morning. We were in the upper 40s, near 50 for some areas. Felt more like early June, late May. But we're going to be more in the 30s to upper 20s with that northeast wind tomorrow. We will see more cloud cover as you go out throughout your day, but we still should get plenty into the 50s to near 60s as we get towards the afternoon hour with that easterly wind. In the afternoon, we'll start seeing that cloud cover begin to increase. I don't think we'll see any type of shower activity. That should be stayed further south into southern Wisconsin. But towards the evening, still should remain dry into the 60s. We might start seeing a little bit of a shower or two as we get closer to 10, 11 p.m. for far southern viewers. But I think the bulk of the precipitation's going to be waiting more towards at least after midnight or closer to Thursday morning's commute. Relative humidity remains low, and we're going to see it come another day of low relative humidity in the afternoon. It doesn't really recover that much overnight, only back there, but as we get towards the afternoon, once again, 20% teens. We won't have the wind as much, but still, fire weather concerns, something to keep in mind of. This will probably be the last day we see them this low for at least a little bit of time, as they will start coming up. With that system, it's going to be lifting to the north, and right now the precipitation really lifts up around the Thursday morning commute, but there's a sharp cutoff to who has it, who gets it, and who doesn't. But I do think south of I-90, Thursday morning's commute's going to be wet as we go throughout the day, as this low wraps up and this band begins to kind of stretch out across southern or central Wisconsin. It'll start thinning out, so it'll be kind of a wet or dry Thursday PM commute, and there's right now the chance of seeing actually some rain going to snow is getting a little bit less. I think it'll be further east of the area if it does happen Thursday night. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. This still could change as we are at least another 24 hours, 36 hours really, until we start seeing the system impact the area. Giving you an idea of precipitation, here's one idea where we could get quite a bit of rain to the south, but you notice the grading goes from ½ inch to basically nothing in a very short span. There's another potential that could happen. This could be further south, because this is a second idea that could push it even further south, so where La Crosse would be on the northern end of it, and we wouldn't get much either. So there's still some changes going on. The big thing to point out is if you're north of La Crosse, the odds are decreasing that you're going to see a lot of rain. The odds are still pretty good if you're further south of La Crosse, especially towards Prairie du Chien, that you're at least going to pick up maybe a ½ inch to maybe an inch, depending on how things play out. So we'll have a better idea tomorrow as the system gets closer. But for tonight, we're looking at 30 degrees, mid-30s, a little cooler than we had this morning. But overall tomorrow, we could see a few records once again, a little bit more cloud cover in the afternoon, but still getting well into the 60s, maybe a 70 out there too. And then the rain does come in closer to the Thursday morning commute. It could be wet for many areas going Thursday into Thursday night before we dry out and get quite breezy for the weekend as we go into St. Patrick's Day. But notice the temperatures, we go all the way back down to the upper 30s, which is actually below average. Which we haven't seen much in the last month.
Yeah.
So coming Sunday into Monday, it's definitely going to feel kind of, I guess, chilly, cold.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with it. We've been spoiled, so
We have.
yes.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, going for gold. The NCAA Wrestling Championships come to La Crosse this weekend, and one Eagle is trying to make it to the top once more. Kate is next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Liven up your backyard with help from Menards. Enchant your backyard and attract a wide variety of birds with Black Oil Sunflower Seed. It's a great choice for all songbirds to enjoy. A 50-pound bag is $19.99 after rebate. Illuminate your backyard. All Patriot Lighting outdoor motion sensing lights are on sale. They bring on-demand illumination, adding safety and security to your home. This Brock outdoor wall light is $29.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
There's no better time to get started on your 2024 outdoor living project than the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, which is only at the Board Store. Visit our showroom, explore the possibilities, patio covers, operable pergolas. For year-round living, consider the cabin room or the more traditional room. Stop in, arrange for a prompt free estimate on your 2024 outdoor living project during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. If you're looking for a tractor, stop by Wood Sales and check out our lineup of Coyote tractors. Subcompact, compact, and utility tractors. If it needs doing, Coyote tractors will get it done. Get 0% for 84 months or cash rebates with standard rate options. Coyote tractors at Wood Sales and Service. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton filling in for Rob Schiff. Later this week, all of the top NCAA Division III wrestlers will take over lacrosse for the national championships. UWL has 7 wrestlers competing for a chance to take home the gold. One UWL wrestler already knows that feeling, but now he wants it again. For UWL's 157-pounder Nolan Hurdle, the NCAA championships are nothing new. This will be his 3rd time in the tournament, including a 5th place finish in 2022 and taking 1st place last season. But now he's got the target on his back. A little bit of a different feeling going in, but for Hurdle, the hunting doesn't stop.
Me and Coach Malachek kind of talked about at the beginning of the year where guys are going to be kind of targeting me, but he had a good way of saying it, kind of flipped it around and kind of still being the hunter. I couldn't imagine, having a better place to finish than in the lacrosse center, wrestling for another championship.
It has a chance to be a storybook ending for Hurdle, a senior wrestling for the Eagles one last time, trying to win another national championship in front of the hometown fans. Wrestling starts Friday at 11 a.m. with the championships taking place Saturday at 7. All right, how about some hockey? The Wild looking to make a late season playoff push as they host the Coyotes. First period, Kirill Kaprizov just lurking up the ice, and check this shot out. Goes top shelf, perfect spot, Wild lead 1-0. Second period, tied at 1, Wild on the power play, and Ryan Hartman makes them pay. Finds the back of the net, Wild take the lead. They would go on to win 4-1. A couple of halftime updates from the NBA. The Bucks still out on the West Coast, currently trailing the Kings by 19 points. Good news is there's plenty of game left to change that. And in Minnesota, the Timberwolves hosting the Clippers, currently trailing 63-55. Minnesota still without Karl Anthony Towns, and it shows. The NFL free agency madness continued today, and Minnesota's offense is going to look a little different. First, the Vikings went out and signed quarterback Sam Darnold to just a 1-year, $10 million deal. So not a long-term replacement, but someone who can fill the role until they get a more permanent guy. Darnold spent last season as a backup for the 49ers, and before that, he was on the Panthers, where he eventually lost the starting job. And Packer fans look away because the Minnesota Vikings went out and picked up running back Aaron Jones. Jones was released by the Packers and was in free agency for not even 24 hours before the Vikings picked him up on a 1-year, $7 million deal. Packer beat reporter for The Athletic, Matt Schneidman, reported that Green Bay wanted Jones to take more than a 50% pay cut, and when the two sides couldn't come to an agreement, the Packers made the decision to release Jones, and now he'll be facing the Packers twice next season. There is some Packer news to note as Green Bay locked down their all-pro returner, signing Keyshawn Nixon to a 3-year, $18 million deal. They also re-signed Corey Ballantyne to help out with the secondary. Now, Green Bay will be saying goodbye to another fan favorite as Jonathan Owens signed with the Bears, which means the Simone Biles era in Green Bay has come to an end. Still some moves to be made, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for any more updates. Earlier today, former Badger and Wisconsin native Derek Watt officially announced his retirement from the NFL. Derek Watt is the middle child to his brothers JJ and TJ. Derek played 7 years in the NFL, 4 for the Chargers and the final 3 with his brother in Pittsburgh. And he also played in 47 games for the Wisconsin Badgers. All right, that'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Sale with Hot Buys, your choice of colors starting at just $3.99. Or shop new looks for less with 0% interest until March 2029 on in-store purchases. Celebrate and save today, only at Ashley.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow, still have 5G here, too. I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Let's create your dream home at our area's only home show from the La Crosse Area Builders Association. The only home show where you'll meet over 100 businesses ready to make your home remodel dreams happen. Basement to roof, front yard to back. The only home show with Friday date night, Saturday community day, and Sunday family day. Details are at labahomeshow.com. The LABA Home Show, sponsored by XL Energy and Olson Solar Energy, March 22nd through the 24th at the Onalaska Omni Center.
Must have been hard to adjust with everything going on.
Didn't know how to air your grievances.
Maybe things got too heated.
Or the cost of running was too high.
All right, I did it. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I need an expert.
I've heard all I needed to. Great job, Brooke. Read him his rights.
You have the right to a great company with over 50 years of combined experience.
That's just a matter of conditioning.
G&T, closing the case on all your heating and air conditioning needs.
Things have sure changed since Osseo Automotive had its roots 100 years ago. But one thing remains the same: our commitment to service and great deals at Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet. Drive home this new 2024 Chevy Equinox for just $33,445 with financing as low as 1.9%. Or this new 2023 Chevy Silverado for just $41,900 with over $10,000 in discounts and rebates. Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Mattress Sale. Bring home a new Ashley Sleep Mattress starting at $250. Plus, for a limited time only, receive a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to celebrate and save today.
Fans of Trader Joe's are now scouring the internet, hoping they can get their hands on a TJ tote bag.
The popular item was sold in stores recently, and shoppers are quickly buying them up.
The price was right. A tote only cost $2.99, but people are still clamoring for the tote in places where they're sold out. So they've turned to social media for help.
Resellers are making quite a profit. They are selling the bags on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and cashing in.
That's right. Some totes reportedly selling from $500 to $500. Folks who don't want to shell out the big money will have to wait.
Trader Joe's says it expects to sell more of these totes, but a new shipment won't arrive until September. That is a long way away.
That's a long way, and that's a lot of money for a
I think
tote
everyone
bag.
should just hold off the $500 and maybe, like you said earlier, bring a nice cooler.
Yeah, because we have to go to Rochester,
To
right?
Trader
to Trader
Joe's.
Joe's, put
Yeah.
everything in the cooler, and then recycle the paper bags. That's what
Right,
I do.
exactly. It's like the new Stanley Cup craze going on
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, we'll have another look at your forecast when we come back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
During Markdown Madness at Dahl Auto, choose from over 1,300 vehicles with special sales event pricing. Then make no payments until June, plus get $250 in accessories. Make a fast break to Dahl Auto.
March is Theater Education Awareness Month, and the La Crosse Community Theater has partnered with La Crosse Schools to provide our youth with a magical experience of theater regardless of financial circumstances. The Star Academy summer camps are designed for both new and experienced youth performers and technicians. Our teachers are dedicated to building confidence, cultivating empathy, and expanding creativity. Find out more at lacrossetheater.org.
Whether you're looking for a complete bathroom makeover or a simple bath or shower conversion, your home improvement company will exceed your expectations with stunning design options and top quality materials. We can complete your project in as little as 1 day, and all our work is always backed by a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Call now to get up to 30% off your bathroom remodel and enjoy 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. Call now to take advantage of these great savings.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
own 5-star experience at Dahl Auto.
All right, rain will move in probably by a Thursday morning commute. Still warm tomorrow. Then after the rain passes, we got kind of a cool, breezy weekend as you find that pot of gold on Sunday. And then you got spring will kind of warm back up, hopefully. But it will be chilly and breezy that time period.
All right, brace yourself.
Feeling
everybody.
lucky with that.
Thanks
Okay.
for joining us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.